is on page 4 in lesson 1. The insanity that you experience as your pain, your suffering, your seeking, and your dramas comes only from your mistaken choice to become identified with what arises in the field of your awareness. You therefore lose the sight of innocence. For all events are perfectly neutral, and you are free to see them any way you want. So there's two things that I want to point to in this paragraph. One of them is this piece around getting identified with what you're seeing. The pain, the suffering, your seeking, and your dramas comes only from your mistaken choice to become identified with what arises in the field of your awareness. So, if sadness comes up, you can be the observer of sadness or the sad part of you. You could be the conductor energy who notices a sad feeling comes up, or a part of you, one of those squiggly lines, one of those little cells. The sad self comes up. Now, if you say, I don't want that sadness, you identified with the sadness. You may not think that you're identified with the sadness, but what you were resisting attaches you to what you don't want. Sadness comes, I push it away, or I go deeply into it, and I become so sad that I'm identified. Who I am that day is sad. Now, the conductor energy, or the I am presence, or the Christ, as it's spoken about in the way of mastery, is that observer, is the one that says, oh, there's that sad part. There's that sad part. Now, what am I here to do as the light? When sadness comes, do I push it away? No. Do I deny it? No. I choose to bring who I am as the light to sadness, and I extend to the sadness love, compassion, openness. The second part is this. All events are perfectly neutral, and you are free to see them any way you want. Now, this relates directly to the first axiom. Nothing that I experience is caused by anything outside of me. I'm experiencing only the effects of my own choice. So let's go back. All events are neutral, perfectly neutral, and we are free to see them any way we want. So this is just a simple example that I've used before. There's two families that live in Iowa. One family they've been in the farming business for generations. The other family lives across the street. They've been in the banking business for generations, giving money to the farmers to help support them, give them loans. Now, during this period, there's a drought happening, and it's been happening for months. And the farming family is praying to God for rain. Please, make it rain. Please, my crops are going to go. If it doesn't rain soon, we're going to lose everything. And they pray to God for rain. Family, that's the banking family, they're going to have their 50th family reunion, and the people are coming from all over the place. The parts of the United States, huge celebration, and they're praying for sunshine. They said, well, we've had drought for a long time. We're going to, please God, keep it sunny, okay, just for one more day. The day of the event happens, and guess what happens? It rains. Now, for one family, this is God answering their prayers. For the other family, the banking family, this is God kind of like thumbing his nose at them. All it did was rain. The event is neutral. Our thoughts about the event are not. Now just expand this thought that events are neutral. We, as human beings, are neutral events. The thoughts that we have about ourselves changes that. It makes us either a good event or a bad event. We, as human beings, are perfectly neutral. We are an event. A human event. A tree is an event. The birth of the sun is an event. That is a neutral event. Keep this in mind. This works directly with the first axiom. Nothing I experience is caused by anything outside of me. If I'm saying things to myself that are critical or judgmental, I am making from a neutral event an unhappy reality. Now, there's another teaching, which is actually a Buddhist teaching. When conditions are sufficient, things manifest. When conditions are no longer sufficient, things cease to manifest. What does that mean? It means that everything is already here, waiting for the sufficient conditions to spring forth, or birth forth, or come forth. For instance, my anger is already here, in me. When the sufficient condition comes, the anger that's in me comes up. And I'm blaming it on the other person. I'm saying, you got me mad. But the truth is, you were the sufficient condition for me to see my anger. Nothing that I'm experiencing is being caused by anything outside of me. My experience is what the effect is of my choice. My choice to say, you made me angry, takes me out of and away from this first axiom of truth. That was a neutral event. What that person did was a neutral event. How we react to that event is what's creating our reality. So, joy is in you, waiting for the sufficient conditions to manifest so the joy in you can be felt. Anger is there, jealousy is there, compassion is there, God is there, the killer is there, just waiting for the sufficient conditions so what's there can manifest. The rain is already here. The oak tree is already in the acorn, waiting for the sufficient conditions for it to fully manifest. This is true for us. As you go through your day, as you go through your life, just keep these thoughts in mind. And if you do get angry, well, you get angry. Do not judge yourself. Say, the next time I could choose again.